And hello good people of the internet, it is I, Tommy Kelly. This is Adventures in Woo, and in this video I'm going to do two 3-card 47 readings for the good people over on Patreon who have sent me in their questions, and I answer them as a way of saying thank you for the support. So let's get into it. So the first question comes from J. Eric. How does April look for me in terms of my inner work? And these are the cards that came out. So as you can see, the first card being the messenger, this would be the central kind of heart of the message, or heart of the reading, you know, the crux of the situation. So some sort of message, some sort of communication. You're going to finally understand something, or something is going to come true. You'll finally hear something. And interestingly, the cards that this is surrounding you by is the Devil and the Moon, both cards that are very related, I suppose, in one way to shadow work. The Devil is the self-imposed limiting beliefs and restrictions that you put on yourself. You know, these kind of ideas you have about yourself, about the world, about other people, about society, about culture, about, you know, cosmos, about religion, all of these kind of things that are holding you back, that you kind of cling on to. I suppose in Vedic kind of teachings, these would be like your samskaras. These are, you know, your triggers, your habitual thoughts, the stuff that, you know, play out before you even realise you're doing that. You know, these kind of, you know, ever have this kind of sense that you say something out loud, or, you know, you know, give an opinion, you go, that's not even my opinion, that's my mum's opinion, my dad's opinion, whoever, my friend from primary school. It's stuff like that that's just in you, that just kind of come out without, you know, any hesitation, or without any sense of you doing it. You know, they're just inbuilt neurons firing, that kind of, a lot of that stuff. But it also can be more stuff like you know, your anger, your resentments, your feelings of being hard done by, feelings of being victim, in the sense that, you know, like this, the world is out to get you, or something like that. You know, a dysfunctional victim. Like, some people are victims. Like, I'm not saying that victims aren't a thing, but we can sometimes feel victimize ourselves in a way that it is dysfunctional rather than true. So it's all that kind of stuff. So that's informing this message, and then by having a look at that kind of stuff, you then see the Moon, which is the light. I suppose there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's hope. There's all of that thing. But hope can be hard. It can be the worst thing, because, you know, it's the thing that keeps you going. But if it doesn't fulfill itself, then it's even more devastating. You know, that if you hadn't have had the hope, you wouldn't have been as devastated by the time it becomes to fruition. But the thing with the Moon is that while it's an illuminating, and it's the light in the darkness, and it's sometimes the only thing we can focus on, it's not its own light. It's a fake light, in a sense. It's a reflection of the, you know, the sun. It's a reflection of a real light. And so this would suggest to me that the message is some way seeing something that you have mistaken for something else. That there's some sort of feeling that you have been misled, or misleading yourself, or seen something in some way that isn't true, that is going to be revealed by looking at your own devil, your own limiting beliefs, your restrictions. That because you continue on the inner work, you will start seeing something, maybe about yourself, maybe about the world, maybe about, you know, the entire cosmology of all existence, but something will be revealed by doing that this month. That is what it's coming up in these 3 cards. That sounds very exciting. That can be very tough work, of course, and some of the revelations can come with a sense of, oh no, I'm an arsehole, or whatever it is. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I've been doing that. I can't believe I believe that. But there's also usually, with that sense of abject horror, there's also a sense of relief. Oh, well, at least I don't have to do that anymore. At least I don't have to be that anymore. At least I don't have to hold on to that anymore, be contracted by it anymore. So it's like a win-lose, but ultimately it's a bigger win. So I hope, well done on doing the work, and it's hard work, and long may it continue with you, and you know, good on you. So the next question comes from Lynn. And Lynn's question is, spiritually, is April a month for staying grounded or travelling afar? And these are the cards that came up for Lynn. And so again, we can see that the middle card being the Chase, that's the crux of it. So that would say discipline, you know, focus, chasteness, you know, celibacy, but not necessarily just around sex, but just kind of a more kind of restrictive life, in that, not kind of indulging yourself in all the indulgences. It's not necessarily, but depends on how far you want to go. It's not necessarily saying becoming, all austere and all fun is to be banished and not thought of. But to have a bit more disciplined approach to it, a bit more, not let yourself get carried away with all the shiny things, or all the nice food, or all the, the sitting around, or whatever it is that we all have, it's a lack of discipline in some point at sometimes. So just kind of a bit more focused. So what is the chase looking at? It's looking at the conductor, or looking just above the conductor. So it's looking at what the conductor can do. The conductor, of course, is about taking the reins of your life in your own hands and, deciding what you want, rather than letting life affect you, or rather than you just being reactory just to life, that all of your decisions are made as reactions, rather than deciding what it is that you want to do. So in order to have this decision of what you want to do, there has to be a disciplined focusing on the picture above the conductors. What is the conductor working towards? What is it that you want? What is the music that it's creating? What is that you are creating? What is the symphony of your life? What is it you actually want? And focusing on that. So that could be a lot about doing stuff. In very new age, you could have the desire board, or the manifestation board, or you can just write down what you want. It can be quite helpful to start with what I don't want, and I can narrow things down or whatever. I know in magic and stuff, there's always a kind of sense of, don't write what you don't like, don't write in a negative way. But I find it very helpful to go, well, I don't want this. I don't know exactly what I want, but it's definitely not this. Some of that stuff, just writing down, your perfect job, or your perfect house, or your perfect partner, or whatever it is, perfect car, any of these things that you can have a kind of a sense of, like a contraction, rather than a kind of general sense of, I want my life to be better. Aidan Wachtard's book is great in the stuff, the Black Book, whatever one that was in, Changelings, whatever that book's called. I'm so sorry, Aidan. I'll put the link in the show description. It's very good. I've been getting a lot of help with that, and it's been working for me. Just even not in that things are necessarily manifesting in the thing, but to know what I want. And I think that for a lot of that can be the hardest question, right? What do you want? What do you actually want? You have to really think about it, because we have vague notions of these things, rather than sometimes maybe you have a very concise version of what you want, but this reading would suggest maybe not. So then what gets informed by all this is the guru, practical steps to actually get that. How would you go about doing that? So, going back to your question, is it a month for staying grounded or travelling? The first bit of it is definitely saying, grounded. Get grounded in who you are, what you want, focused, disciplined, not getting distracted, not kind of indulging yourself, not kind of trying to avoid things. Have an actual focused look at what you want, what you want to do, what you want to be. But then there's a kind of sense right after that, start thinking about what I suppose is still a contraction. Start thinking about the practical steps you can actually do about it. So it's rather than just, I suppose, this is what I want. It's like, and then how do I get it? And chunking that is a great way of, like, rather than I want, $500,000 a year, and you're on $20,000 a year. It's cool. How do I get to 25,000? How do I get to 40? How do I get to 50? What, smaller chunks? Because when you do the bigger goals, they can sometimes just feel too far away, and too big of a wall to try and climb over. And the guru can be someone else who could help you with that too. It's not necessarily saying you have to work that out. But being that the chase has the back turned on the guru means that the first thing that has to be done is this work with the conductor, to have a look at what is the music that you want to make. So in a yes or no thing, stay grounded or travel afar. Definitely at first it's staying grounded, and then kind of movement then away, possibly. Again, it could be just that you have to delineate and write out and really come together, or what the practical steps are. So I hope that helps. I'll be interested to see next month how it worked out for you, if that was in any way helpful or completely and utterly wrong on all levels. So yeah, so good people of the internet. If you would like to get readings like this, then the posts go up on Patreon on the 1st of every month. Then over the next week or so, I put them all together, make the videos and post them on the YouTube. There's plenty of other ways to support what I do, from buying books, buying the comics, buying my music, liking, sharing, send me an email just to say, hello, I like what you do. Any of these type of things really, really do help me and everyone else is doing this type of stuff. So as an act of service, at least today, like and share someone's content that you like, hopefully mine. So good people of the internet, may our best days be ahead, and be well.